Hello guys and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are continuing on from where we left off. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's the hard save. Let me go ahead and get us into the correct screen, just real quick. There we go. But yeah, alright, it's at 100%, which means it should pop up any moment now. Come on, come on. I can go directly to my, sometimes it just doesn't. View channel. Rogue Trader. Share. On Discord. Yeah, like I said, I tend to do this twice so that I can, beginning scan. Tithe grade undetermined. L840 Extractum. Extractum, a mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world. Ooh, cool. How do I go here? Yeah, accept that. Yes. I do really love this, thing. All non-usable items are automatically packed into cargo. Nice. Press any key to continue. I don't see the any key. You know, if I was actually going to produce a keyboard, I would have an any key. Like, just a random key that you can assign to do anything. That is not good. Felix bodyguard.
To argue with your master. It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Oh no.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? Was he planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Permission granted. Wait. Wretches, you will be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Ocilio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. Perils will not help you, servant of the damned. In the name of House Ocilio, I command you to execute the infidels. Muslims. That explains why they look like the French Foreign Legion. Execute them! Bang! 1, 2, 3. Oh, he finally died. Now we can laser the other guys. Master, we have some uninvited guests on the station. Felix Ocilio. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face. And not just with his own blood. 2 jet black unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of the navigator's face, is menacingly pulsing behind the lower lid of the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you, Emperor. Be my witness. Yeah, desist, brother. It was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. The navigator frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother, but wait. Recognize your coat of arms. You must be a lord of the von Valentius dynasty. Yes, I'm absolutely positive, in fact. Something is telling me I don't actually want this guy. He seems to be in the middle of a, cleansing, if you will. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of the station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urek 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. Yeah. Came looking for the the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Henrix van Kellos. Do you know anything about his present location? What is happening on this station? Where did all these corpses come from? Let's start with that. Betrayal, a most banal thing in the life of a nobilite. Don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urek 5, and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants, my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner, greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish into the darkness. Okay, cool. Okay. My men have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly are chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. See, I can try to take him by force, which I don't want to do. I could attack. Your words are rife with disrespect, and I will not tolerate it. He's not one of my underlings. Yes, technically I outrank him, but he's not one of my underlings. So, what can I help? Yeah. I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. I mean, yes. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I love the lore in this universe. It is hilarious. That's the best way to describe it. But hang on. Okay. Okay, how do I remake the control rod? Okay. I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient and sacred sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. Okay. Now, I would ask him this, but he already explained it. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, it's... the door alarm went off at work, and usually I work 5 days out of the week compared to the other guys who only work like 4. So normally I'm the one that's there, so they included me in the group chat. And since I didn't see anything for a good like 15-20 minutes, but he said he can't act swiftly, or he's too wounded to actually do anything. He needs to go heal up. So I guess that makes sense. Let's see. Let's see. It would be an honor to save the lady from her woes. Oh, he asked me what I said. You should hurry, then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, road trader, and may the Emperor's light be with you. Okay. Okay, can't go that way. They did a good job kind of blocking off where I can go based off of, like, just, like, toppled over things.
A new challenge for me?
Jump over. Jump over? You would crawl under that. Whatever. White, bright, pure color, and it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Something is crying. If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Oh, she's my demo expert, huh? Wait, at the ready. Cool. Disable that trap. So can't go down there.
It's about time.
Nothing escapes my sight. I better myself through my service.
Look at all those bodies. Oh. Enemy guards. Let's see. I actually don't want to attack them from up here because that's pretty open. Let's go ahead and get him down here. Oh! Stand firm. We must not let the miscreants defile House Orsilio. Fire at will for House Orsilio.
Take a knee and bow before me.
For the Emperor!
Okay. So she's first. I actually want to move her here. Move him up there. Guess move myself up here as well. Move her back here. Okay. Because her chain lightning. Yeah, we'll disable at least 2 of those, leaving only 1 for me to deal with. Okay, he's got a bit of time. Ow. They got good shots.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Is that going through us? Yes, it is. Okay. How about this? Single shot here.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
You!
I'll do it. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act.
There we go. That saves us from this side, which isn't nice. Nobody's within 3 of her. Ooh, nice. Is that going to hit that guy? No. Okay, let's go ahead and X this.
Not a problem for me.
Nice. Ow. You bastard. Ooh.
Unsufferable
Really? Ah.
Indeed.
Okay,
It will be done.
and boost
Victory is
himself up.
imminent.
There we go.
It will be done. Was insulting. You won't fail me.
Jeez. Okay, Dara's gotta move up.
What is this foreboding?
High momentum.
Nice. But it sounds like she... Oh, she's hit the first. Okay.
High momentum.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Okay.
I'll do it. I am his will made manifest. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt
Kill
is-
somebody. Come on, lady. It says you can hit these guys.
I'll do it.
She's gotta be shooting underneath. Man. Sorry, guys.
Nothing I can't do.
Nice. This guy's...
You a tongue. I will take you. Time to double our efforts.
Got it.
A tactically sound approach. Indeed. I took care of this one.
Okay.
I'm always ready.
So what's this? What's going on with me? Crippled leg. Reduced by 20. Oh, shoot. Squad commander. Ooh. Got some nice las guns. Scrappy auto pistol. Sword. Okay. Let's see. Nice. Okay, you should have this right there. 6 through 8, that's fine. You are using mesh chestplate, armor 25%. His is a little bit better, okay. Okay. There's the phylactery. You got a armored body glove. But that gives her a better dodge chance. And you are wearing a mesh chestplate. Okay. Wait. She has a...
I am at your service. Let me help.
Back into the fray.
Damn it. That was a waste. Black chest plate. Mesh.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Get me more stuff. Man, lots of scrappy auto pistols. These guys were doing that much damage with auto pistols?
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A
Okay.
child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Examine. Lore Imperium.
Duty prevails.
The statue by a famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler of Zacharias Vernon of the magnificent 23rd year of the millennium original. Ooh.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Door open. Ow. Navigator flesh sample. Okay, that seems important.
The crew continues to mourn Lady Theodora. I fear it may affect the performance of their duties in service of the Lord Captain.
In his service, will they find strength and fortitude? Only thus will they turn their hearts away from the frailties that lead to heresies.
This matters.
Noble silk gloves. Persuasion bonus. We'll have to see who has the best persuasion.
The premonition runs true.
Victory awaits!
Do you see that?
Do I see what? Oh, a trap all the way over there. Ooh, guard defender. Guard.
Never doubt me.
I don't doubt you. Let's see. Hallowed finger bone charms. Like I said, Catholic Church in space. Also, I just realized I have gloves. Who has the best? Persuasion 25. Persuasion 35, 30, 30. But he already has those. The gloves of endurance. Oh, she already has operator's gloves. So let's give them to you. That's not too bad.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Now I see. You are in league with them. This is an insurrection. Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself, sir. This smells of warp. I know you are all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me, they whispered. Hey, who are you? Jeez. I smell warp.
The light of terror shines for us.
Guard defender. I don't want to get my... Ooh, what's this? Data crypt H41OK. Alright.
A new challenge for me?
Goods. Research notes of Navis Laboratorium Custodian Fortuna Ocilio. Cool.
None shall stand in my way.
Awaken the cogitator spirit. The cogitator's split screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism. Now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Awaken the cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation level. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. Still, sacred engine. Yeah. The cogitators inside emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. Takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant access to the cogitator's systems. Requests data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Felic Orcelio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald Orcelio, location upper chamber, status alive. Calomira Orcelio, location upper chamber, status deceased. Uh-oh. Aren't we after one of them? Alexius Orcelio, location lower level, status deceased. Rasmus Estevan Orcelio, our location unknown, status deceased. Ooh, that's not good. An unknown location for him? Ugh. But jeez. Okay. The child location, upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceeds permissible status unknown, error. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible, error. The control rod is not present. If the control rod has been misplaced, immediately contact station keeper or the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Main elevator controls is blocked. Realize the elevator to the upper chambers is blocked. Activate elevator. Processing query refer. Switch to the main chamber controls. Cogs within the SIG slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The tired machine spirit grants you access to the station controls, or at least its parts that still obey. Open all doors on the level. But your assumption is... Okay. The cogitator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirit has fled their mechanical casting. But your assumption is incorrect, as it fills with static. Just a few moments later, you can barely make out the inscription amidst a flow, rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing, error, 00, logic 40. Gain 20 experience. The vid screen lights up with the smattering of unfamiliar green symbols, and you hear a peculiar click from somewhere behind you. It appears as if the doors to the chamber have opened. Step away from the cogitator.
It's about time.
Okay, so that's that one. Heresy finds its way into the stall. It is black day for the Navis Noble Light. Yeah, you see this? This means warp interference. Right here? Interesting. There's a warp entity here. This is what's going on. Nobody betrayed anyone. If your door is secured by a sophisticate, there must be a way to unlock it from somewhere else. Thought I did unlock it. Ooh, look, goods. More goods. Catechism of Saint Drusus.
The whispers told me a secret.
Thank you. What's this? Mutated flesh sample. Am I going to clone my own navigator? That would be kind of cool. Meteorite chunk. Cool. And let's see. What's this? Ripper auto pistol. 345. Rate of fire. Max ammo. Pistol shot. So here's the thing. I might actually do better with this one because it's got a decent armor penetration and it's a ballistic gun. Range max ammo 16, rate of fire 8, recoil 15. Also, there was no reason for me to do that. Is this? Nope. Multi-charge, keep that. Okay, let's put a sword in that hand. Cause yeah, I think I have weapon skill and ballistic skill are both at 40. So that's actually both, right? Melee attacks, ballistics. I don't see commerce, demolition, logic. Man, my stats are so low compared to everybody else's, but I guess that makes sense. So didn't I tell this door to open? Must be open somewhere else. I'm almost certain I told that door to open.
Victory awaits.
Oh, I told this door to open, I guess. Nice. Longalas. Two-handed ranged weapon. This is an upgraded... Oh, it's a sniper rifle. For sure taking that. Okay.
That wasn't so difficult.
I do like having that, but I feel like... That works a lot better. A sniper rifle. A sniper rifle could be... Let's see. Two-handed, long range, 14 through 20. Dodge reduction 30. And additional hit chance 25. Oh, boys. A thing of beauty just happened. Servant. We're done for. They'll kill us all. I can't take this anymore. Okay, for some reason the archenemy's twisted influence has found its way onto the station. Ooh, servant, servant. You're the one I need to talk to. Oov has had his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the lesser servants' house of Dalo. Ooh. Like the person is still alive is evidence only barely audible.
Follow my lead.
Ah, these poor guys. Oh, I can't interact with the cogitator anymore? Oh, I can. Cool. Awaken the cogitator. Main. Open all the doors on this level. Continue. According to this door has already been opened. Already been opened. To open is depressurized. Okay. Protocols have been executed. The passage has been opened. Cool. Door has already been opened. There's the one. You would think that the one that required the skill check would be the one that would require that to open. And 001. Okay. Exit and dialogue. Now, here's the thing. Even though the malign presence is here, there is a chance
Tolerate weakness.
that if we work quickly, we can repel it. Warp Seer's Goggles. Bonus warp lore. Ooh. See, that's something either I can wear or she can wear. Let's see. I got requires dogmatic hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. Immunity to a critical hit. I'm keeping that. And this, yeah, that's a head slot. Okay. So this can go on her. That is just weird looking, but okay.
None shall stand in my way.
So my guess is they were running experiments on their navigators or warp seers, and they ended up with problems. Medicae 60.
I better myself through my
Synthetic
service.
amniotic fluid pools across the floor. Barely discernible traces stretch to the side opposite the entrance. Something broke. They were cloning navigators, and one of them got infected with the warp. The caustic stench of reagents sears your nostrils, and broken glass crunches underfoot. And somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something. Ooh, another data crypt. Finding computers is always nice. Unidentified acid, black water, oceanic vicious translucent substance. And this is a psi crystal. And this is flesh sample. Yeah, they were cloning something in this laboratory.
It's about time.
Lady Cassia's Medicae. Yeah, she's dead. Okay. Transducer, reagent flask, data crypt connector, tissue flask. Let's first talk to this guy. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. What did you do? Adamantine. Ooh. Remake the control rod. Tissue flask. Navigator flesh sample, flesh sample. Data crypt connector. Catalyst flask. I don't have a catalyst. That's okay. Reagent flask. I don't have any reagents. That is also okay. I imagine if I was to do this... Yeah, see, I probably get permission later on. Transducer. To, make my own. More and more servants are being influenced by the Immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We've discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutant reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. Strongly recommend finally grinding the reagent to catalyst the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Trust me, you will not like having to tend to the burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priest plus the data crypt 41 OK for the calculated number of chrono turns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. This is how you make your own, I need this one. Not 04, that one. Which means I need to look at more of the... of this one. Keepo Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growth so we could study the influence of the rebellious Immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Novelite. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery, but let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamite dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor betrays. I am lucky to still have my head on my shoulders. After this reckless experiment, So let's see. Transducer.
We need to investigate.
Alright. So, definitely the psi crystals. Remake the control rod. Oh. Experimental selection, child's influence on the psycho-emotional. Test subject exhibits signs of acute stress. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the laboratory chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretion, tears. The body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal environments. The individuals with the greatest resistance... Okay, so... Info. Subject group below. Later, extensive wounds in the abdomen by jagged pieces of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own intestines. The subject's final shafts exhibited concerns over abdominal tentacles and voidworms. Ugh. Their tongues bitten off. The child... badly dislocated. Some test subjects lacked the physical strength to separate it from the rest of the skull. Cause of death, severe head injuries. Subgroup, paralyzed patient who lost the ability to speak due to the shock caused by a manufactorum accident. The test subject noticed single sensation in the deteriorated tissue during Regent Arantino or Celio's visit to the child. The test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune, and then attempted to address the servant who brought him food. A lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to the servant's lack of tongue. Subgroup, Lord unfit for studying the high art of navigation owing to the mutation of tissues required for installations of the obligatory augmentations that merge one's consciousness with the vessel. Additionally, they display an overall feebleness of mind, female. The test subject mirrored the child's actions for 3 days. On the fourth day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos Cantarelli, an officer of her personal guard. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissue from her face. So they were linking up. They were trying to make more. Okay. Can I do this? Oh, cool. Okay, so let's see. Info. Oh, okay. So that one malfunctioned. This one is fine. Alright. Okay, so yeah. Adamantine dust and black water. Do not use that. An important discovery. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its temper, so we should probably introduce a more complex compound into the formula. All data related to the experiment are recorded to data crypt 01. We'll get them back later once I am done with experiment 41. Okay. So a reagent flask and a catalyst flask. I don't have anything else in here, right? Yeah. So yeah, I get the feeling we're going to end up cloning our navigator specifically for our ship, which is really cool when you think about it. Wait, there's still goods there? I thought I clicked on that. Hello. Oh, there it is. Biogel, black water, valve, acid. Do not use acid. So they said don't use that. Biogel, collect all. Or do not use adamite and
claim to the stars.
Catalyst flask. Black water, biogel. Do not use acid. And then I think I just need a reagent? Yeah, I'm missing a reagent. Which I think is this. I think I need to grind that down.
A new challenge.
But I can't use it yet. Which means I might want to retrieve the stuff, huh? Crystal dust. Oh, I did. Okay, cool.
Follow my lead.
Turn on the device. Uh-oh. I must have done something wrong. When was the last save? Really far away.
Victory awaits.
You know, it might actually be a good thing that that happened. Now that I think about it. The fact that it blew up, though, that's kind of disappointing. Examine.
Over.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain. Yep. Control rod is required. Thought I grabbed the control rod.
Done. It's about time.
problem is most of that stuff I can't do anything with now. Yeah, see? Did I not grab the control rod? Psychic staff. Control rod, yeah.
I won't tolerate weakness. I did fine. None shall stand in my way.
Alright. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. The crossroads, there are two paths, both stained with blood, both heading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy they fall the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Who do you see behind the mask? My whisperers are giggling nastily. They will not speak. The naughty little things. They say that tearing off the mask is your concern. Tell me more of what the paths. Cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Thank you. Everything is clear now. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. Keep the key. Care to explain yourself, Scion of the Run? What is the meaning of this? Who is the child mentioned in the documents and the reports found on the station? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The child is what the station servants call Lady Cassia. For the commoners, dirty mouths will not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it is not beneficial for all servants to have the vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they still able to speak. That does not sound right. Okay. The madmen I fought were convinced that there were traitors. That's why they are insane. You are really heeding the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the scions of noble bloodline. Okay. Let's see. The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Morse corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half my guard butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged by those closest to the mistress. Okay, destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling security systems. Too many things require special access, available only to the keeper of the station. It did say if I pushed a little bit, his mask would strong. As I'm sure you are aware, there are two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald, or Celio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Urak 5 and our noble line. I don't trust him. It said the one with blind faith is the bad one. Yep, I will not trust him. It really is time to end this. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end of your story. Prepare to die.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Okay. So he's fine. Shoot. Okay, let's go ahead and put you over here so that you can take on that guy. Argentina should also be right about there. No, wait, she should be here. I'm going to go right there.
My place is at the fore.
All right.
I will do my duty.
Yes.
Victory is imminent.
Because the thing is the lady is already dead, I believe. Okay.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Jeez.
For I am is chosen.
She saved me.
Yeah.
Curse you, miscreant!
They're using burst fire to get as many rounds into me as possible. Thank you.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Yep.
Will do.
Oh.
Was that you? Or
Cool. Gotta give myself more dodge because he's gonna have a full line of sight on me. Okay,
All too easy. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
alright.
Suits my purposes.
Dang it. These two are shotgunners. This is where the problem's going to come in.
Gray hair, sure hair.
Alright.
I'm wounded.
Damn it.
Death to the heretics!
There was one more. Damn it.
Oh,
Nice. He shot his own guy. You missed.
You won't fell me!
They keep hitting their own guys, which is really nice. Okay.
but of course.
Oh, it only hurt him halfway. Darn it. Okay.
Anything else?
She's gonna need to dodge again and hopefully live. Okay, he's dead. Oh, that's me! Oh, that sucks. And I can't move again. I just made a huge mistake. It's almost dead. Okay, Deadeye shot.
Already done.
Well, I'm about to go down again. Fun. Ooh, maybe not.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I'd rather not.
Oh, that's a burst fire. However... Damn it. He shot his own guy. That's nice.
I'm wounded.
Nice! And now I go down.
I should have foretold that.
He's gonna attack that guy. You dumb. Okay.
Farewell.
Okay.
Follow my lead.
Dang.
At your beck and call.
So this guy's gonna try and volley fire
My ears ringing.
and do nothing.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
And he's gonna hit his own guy. Alright. She can't get too far, but I think if she uses this weapon...
Was that you? Or anything else?
I've suffered worse.
Alright. She's dodging. Okay, analyze this
Will
guy.
do.
Can't do anything about him because he's in cover.
Reduced to dust. It will be done.
Ah, darn. I could have tried to volley him, but that's okay. He's gonna attempt to volley. Thank you for coming closer.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Let's see.
Feel cold.
Oh, she periled. Oh boy. You need to come back up here.
Sets my path.
Okay, what are these? Shotgun. Take a shotgun. That's gonna be nice. Last gun? Yeah. Okay. This is a Ratobi pattern las gun. Huh. Multi-key. Velic Auxilio. A Staff of House Auxilio, Navigator, Deadshot Stub Pistol, Tactical Goggles, ooh, Armored Body Glove, and a Keeper's Control Rod. Wait, I thought I had the Keeper's Control Rod.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Yeah, because it said the one guy was blind and this guy is evil. Because blind faith led to evil. Ah, she's freaking out. But the computer said that she was dead. Okay, the pale figure with unnaturally long limbs standing there with her arms raised, her hands deformed and talon-like nails. Deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from the scarlet mist eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously as you approach. Only now do you notice the third eye, the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. When your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming soul-smothering power. Where power test succeeded. You have been enveloped by despair and grief. An invisible hand closes around your heart, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest. You just desire to turn and flee from the room, from this station. Almost gets the better of you. At last moment, you master your emotions. Your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Ow, ow, ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one is barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Argentina looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. She lowers her head, her white hair veils her face. Let's see. Persuasion 45. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. She tilts her head to one side. Help me. I do not need help. The Emperor protects. I have seen his light, which warns the souls across billions of stars and hundreds of systems. The depth of the warp. In the depths of the warp and on the fringes of real space, his light never goes out. You no longer hear the wailing sobs and sighs. You are surrounded by nothing but endless emptiness, quiet calm, and endless loneliness. Abelard, is this? Lady Cassia, I pursue. Coercion 45. Who's 80% chance? By the Emperor, if you do not stop your sorcery, immediately I will shoot you in the head. She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Is someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? I'm looking for a navigator to join my crew. You look like you'll do. You, girl, may address me as your lord, or as your lordship, rogue traitor. I'm afraid I cannot respond to such an unexpected... What is this? I feel faint. Theobald, the heavy-set old man who has been kneeling nearby, erupts with low sobs. His eyes swollen from crying dart desperately around the room. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Throne preserve. You, the old man shifts, revealing his face. To you, it is a thread with jetback blades, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. Sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. Ugh. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orsilio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged, it's making the Whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, as seemed whoever you are. Okay, let's see. Persuasion, 80% and 80%. Commerce, persuasion. Mean no harm. I came to seek the navigator's aid. Commerce 6 succeeded. I will grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like the scoundrels in Felix's service. Who are you? Nihilus von Valentius, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orsilio now asks the service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for the future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of the house today, you decide. Let's see. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Curse? What you do not understand, the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orsilio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. I want to know what happened between you and Felix. Felix is my wayward student. He came to Urac 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He's like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in the power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. So he was the bad guy. I knew he was. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novators, patriarch or matriarch that rules over a navigator house, the figurative and often biological father or mother of the dynasty. Tisiphone or Celio led our house to prosperity for countless years, foolish boy. The renegades cloud his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child could come of age and take up the Novashire's throne. Okay. What service do you ask of me? Save the sacred child, take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aronato, the acting head of House Orcelio in the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured, that reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her soldiers. You are talking as though you expect to die. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted upon my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne slowly enough to see the child is taken care of. You need help. There's a Medicaid deck on my ship. My service to the house is coming to an end. Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne slowly enough to see the child. Okay, said that. No, I am a keeper of Urak 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that mode, I have other matters to attend to. How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will portray you for gold, power, or far-fetched idea of a bright future. I believe I have made my decision. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. Cassia will come with me. He's dying, so he's useless. Good, that is good. But allow us to say our proper farewells. Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. Or, yeah, it is all over now. It is over.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Yep.
Child, please listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin
Who's this
the
guy?
house
I like his outfit.
in the Coronis Expanse.
See, this game is voice acted at the weirdest points.
I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Alright, continue.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Alright.
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day in me.
So I guess it is a good thing I destroyed the cloning vat.
And honor my final duty to House Orcelio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
Alright. Yep. I regret that we had to meet under such circumstance.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Okay. Let's see. Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orcelio at the earliest opportunity. I kind of like this one a little bit more, because they might have other people who can navigate as well. But 3 would be the most honest. And there goes the freaking voice acting again. Okay. Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself, and it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the great region and fulfill your destiny.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Yurak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orcelio.
I will provide you with every necessity. Naturally, this includes servants.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an
Oh
honor
shoot,
for
I should
any
have said that they
navigator.
can come in.
Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
I should have said that she's welcome on board my vessel. Oh, she's one of my... Okay. Cool. Alright. Time to level up. Oh, man. Ballistic skills. Or agility. Let's do agility, because I'm having some problems dodging. Molten beam. I need something else first. I guess I'm not a high enough level. Orchestrate flames. The target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Additionally, the target is an ally. Every melee attack that ally makes inflicts full burning damage on targets of their attack, while they themselves now only suffer half burning damage from now on. Ooh, Firestorm. Psychic power only impacts creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. Every adjacent to the target now suffers the effects of the ignite psychic power. Telepathy. Prerequisite. Psi rating 3 Molten Beam. Can no longer... Psi rating 2 Orchestrate Flames or Firestorm. So how do I get Psi rating 2? Controlled Shot. Ooh. Molten Beam. I guess Firestorm? That should do it. To summary. What is my Psi ranking? Where are you? Resolve 0. Dodge. Deflection 0 PR. Psi rating 0. It also intensifies. Base value 0. Does willpower stand the horrors of the warp? Would that up my Psi power? I don't know. I guess I'll do... I guess... guess controlled shot. Oh, that's good, actually. Because I keep accidentally shooting people. Still not an increase to my Psi powers. Reckless. Gains +5 strength bonus. And ignores... I guess. Sworn enemy. Oh, this makes him stronger against one. acrobatics. Give him a +10 to that. Okay. So her psi rating is 1. How do I upgrade that? Okay. Fresh target. Attacks an enemy that is full wounds. They get it deals plus. Oh, nice. Perception. I guess intelligence. Okay. She needs more ballistic skills. She is missing way too much. Entrench. Soldier immediately spends all their AP and MP and gains 30 bonus to cover efficiency. I think controlled shot for her too. Officer. Interesting. She's 1 level behind us, I think. Persuasion. Get rid of that. Chain weapon, combat master. Guess. Make it where she's harder to hit. Commanding voice increases steel resolve. Blood of markers. Ooh, that's a good one. And let's do more willpower, I guess. There we go. Oh, it's as if the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid The timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with the rough and furious strokes coming together in arcane shapes. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody thoroughly filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Lady Navigator's private library is brimming with essays and articles and personal accounts from the trailblazers and explorers of the Imperium. Luxurious feast was left untouched. And we got more stuff. Yay! Let's go! Now we leave. Okay. What is going on here? Corpses were mauled by a force far beyond.
New
okay.
challenge for me?
Man, I feel bad for her to have her family ripped away like that. That just sucks. And Icy played more Lethal Company. That's gonna be fun to watch later. Icy Caress. Scottish or Irish YouTuber. I think he's Irish. He can get a little bit annoying if he's just doing nothing but trolling. But when he actually plays the game and doesn't like troll everybody, he's actually pretty good. Alright. Foxmaster Visas. Lord Captain, Navy Navigator, welcome aboard the Sanctum Navis. Has been prepared for the communal ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your head starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Victus is shivering slightly. The crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. Okay. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then lowering her lashes slightly turns to you. What did you wish to speak about? A few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Oh, okay. So, the way that this works is she's going to be basically painting as she navigates the ship through the warp. She's basically going to be plugged into a computer and be painting while she does it. Okay, I shall ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the ride. I ask that you do not follow me. If you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is open. Which means we just got a very, very powerful person to do our navigating. That is impressive. Vox Victus, Lord Captain, will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Idra Tlass. Idra is a psycho diviner from the service of the rogue trader von Felicius, daughter of a distant world and a product of doctrine alien to the Imperium. Okay. The Foxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants, when the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. You hear the exulting ring of metal freed from its scabbard, then the stifling gasp of the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. Oh, that's why she didn't want red paint. I see violet vortexes lashing at an ocean with a million flails and umber shadows spinning over the surface in fiery dance. A storm rising above the foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her. No, of me. Its frozen rays lie what spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Alright. Continue the ritual. That is an order. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts. I think that means beasts. Beats. Moaning in the pain, their throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence, the dull thud of dropping bodies proclaim their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. Cannot turn around my brush, only draws me onward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It's as if the depths of the shift have not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers, recover my strength. Send for me if you have need. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of Station Uric 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Reichard system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representation of Navis Novolite brought us a precious time. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technology components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. Gather any components that may be of use to the ship. As you command, Lord Captain. With your permission, I would like to also remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich Van Kellox, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for sure he's not at Uric 5. So keep in mind when making any future plans. Thank you, Vigdis. This will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Oh. She's so nice. So what's this? Machine Spirit Keeper, land on Reichord New Blood. Visit the prison planet. I need to go here, though, right? Okay, I will be right back. Because Reichard Majoris is where the other thing is, right? Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Still have some water left. Alright, I am back. Did we scan it? We found nothing. Okay. So let's see. I'm almost certain that guy that we're looking for is on the prison. I mean, where else would you find an interrogator, right? Yeah, come on. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, see? That's also a good place to get, our, crew, honestly. I know it sounds weird, right? Did we get anything new? Oh, we got a lot of scrap. I could upgrade the RAM. Torpedo control. Ooh. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officers' deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the boardroom, well, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. I would love to. It's very rude of my crew to shun her. I mean, she is disconcerting, but... Still haven't found that any key. Hello, my lady. Ah, what a fancy bow.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Yep. It pleases me to see you adjusting the life aboard the ship. Alas, a title alone is not enough to hold everyone's attention all the time. No. It pleases me to see you're adjusting to life aboard the ship.
Compared to Urak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically
She
devoid
sees,
of color.
auras and emotions and stuff. Point to the book in Cassia's hand. I see you're fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves. And I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Ah, that's why her powers were so out of control. She never got to not have to control them. The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders. But it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Okay, are you satisfied with your new attendants?
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
Perception succeeded. Okay, Cassia cringes ever so slightly and adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The national appearance of a navigator's often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is clear that she does not feel comfortable aboard the ship teeming with new people. Gain 20 experience. I hope you've had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Okay, let's see. No, not that one. Right. So I would ask that you mind what you say from now on. No. Okay. Beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than common sympathy. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad. It is just as natural to share them with others. So I think she's one of the romance options in the game. I'm not going to go for the romance. Like, I don't like doing that in playthroughs and stuff, because you never know what happens, like, when you get to the scenes where it's, you know. I prefer that kind of stuff to happen naturally, if that makes sense. But you have nothing to apologize for.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station. Of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Continue.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities.
No.
And just imagine the things that await beyond, but...
I think 4.
My delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
See, here's the thing. She and I know exactly what each other is going through. I just went through a traitorous situation, and honestly, even though I didn't know the people all that much that were killed because of the traitorous actions, I still get what she's going through.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp journey. Thank you for your
Yeah, most
company.
people don't see the navigators and stuff, but that was a good conversation. Like I said, I'm not one for oh, I know where I am. The incorrect hologram. To the Void Ship Bridge. One of the closest associates of the late Theodora von Valentius, he has spent decades serving the Rogue Trader's Protectorate, and he clearly intends to spend another decade keeping a close eye on every negligent servant or undertrained officer. The elderly Sentinel does not show it, but the death of Theodora, whom he faithfully served for so many years, shocked him. Abelard is willing to do anything to ensure that Theodora's success is, well, a success. How do I... Lord Captain's quarters. Okay. I do want to go to my quarters. The vessel stands ready, Lord Captain. To think, somebody else slept here for the longest time. What is this? The hefty tome contains schematics of the flagship of House von Valentius, in addition to a plethora of notes, copies of reports, and other documents. A majestic portrait painted by a skilled artist greets guests who have been granted permissions to enter the captain's quarters. You know, I might have Cassio paint my photo. The light glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. Goods. Blast wave, two-handed shotgun, heirloom auto pistol, and a chainsword. Ooh, collect all, thank you. Bookshelves are packed with ancient books, piles of papers, and tomes, many of which look rather worn. The vault. Ooh, what's in the vault? Oh. Oh, that's cool. See, the clock is too quiet for its bulky size. That's a clock? Okay. Shrine of Remembrance. Oh, that's cool. This is like everybody who's like donated and stuff to them. Okay. Equip tactical goggles. That and immunity to critical hits. Okay, I would like the chainsword. Ooh, chainsword. And I guess I want the heirloom auto pistol. 4 through 6. I mean, the sniper rifle's nice. 4 through 6. Actually, you have a staff of Orsilio auto pistol. Oh, it doesn't show up on her because of her headpiece. That's okay. Should I give her a shotgun? What's your ballistics? Level 6. Ballistic skill. Ooh, she has a decent ballistics. Yeah, give her the blast wave. Oh, she could use these. Nice. Now, what's this? 6 through 10. Really? 3 through 4 auto pistol. Yeah, not gonna give her that. Where is the pistol I was using? 3 through 5. 6 through 8. There we go. I know it's weird to give her that, but a 3 through 4 isn't all that good. Ooh. Honestly, Unfading Valor. Give her a nice sniper rifle. Or should I give him the sniper rifle? Because he's not... Oh, but he's a melee combatant, which means he would probably be a lot better with a shotgun. As a two-handed weapon. Chainsword. Yeah, because he can get up close and personal a lot easier, so... Mesh plate. Body glove. She has a body glove, and she has a body glove, right? Alright. She has pretty decent awareness. She's gonna be really good with a gun. Maybe not a shotgun. Oh, I should give that to the other guy and give her... Give her this one. You can have just a normal shotgun. Because for her, the shotgun is only for if they get close. Give him the blast wave. And then give her the sniper rifle. Can't see it, but okay. She has a fire grenade? That's cool. Does your staff do anything special? 6 through 10. Okay. -2. Specifics. Okay. Sanctioned Psyker staff. Staff of House Orsello. Okay. Meow? Meow? Hi, Coco. What are you doing? A wig. That was cool. What, I can't play the parlor organ? Oh man, she has... Bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. That's a creature, I think. Ooh. Fine sculpture made from a strange metal seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it. Glinting off the display, weapons mesmerizing. You have never seen many of these articles before. That's a power sword. But I just got some extra stuff. Okay. Nah, I'll keep the helmet. Let's see. I also got a cape. Ooh. Fancy. That's actually a really cool cape. I mean, I don't think it does much. While they wear is at full moons, they gain 5 to all characteristics. That is cool. So every time they kill an enemy. Helmet of the Devoted Protector. Grants this wear for only the first 3 rounds of combat. This gives me something every time somebody is killed. Is there a way to turn that off? Outfit settings. Color schemes. I can have color schemes? Ooh. Show helmet on. Show backpack on. Show backpack off. Ooh, that green looks nice. That green just looks nice, doesn't it? He doesn't have anything on.
I'm not interested.
He's not interested. Gotcha. You're... Okay, she's got something. Let's just give it to her. Cool. Okay, the position of the pieces on the board suggests that this game of Regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. Their card or their version of chess is called Regicide. That's kind of awesome. Okay. Let's see. I'm checking out stuff that I probably wasn't able to check out before. Goods. What's this? Unfinished letter. It is his chagrin is in regiment. Forster's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed what was supposed to be irreproachable at uncovering spies. And this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly. for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Valencius line when his skills and talents as Master of Whispers are so valuable. Lest his disinheritance serve as humiliating but instructive lesson for which we may yet learn. Beyond the stained glass, the distant stars, endless space. Tread. Okay. Nothing in here. Man, I don't even have a wardrobe. Oh, wait. I have something inside the wardrobe. Yeah, the final transactions with the Chartists are complete. The fiery reckoning is now fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates set and received by the bridge. Target's estimation of time arrival in the system. The fiery reckoning is crewed by servitors. Chances of the ship returning are minimal. Okay, now let's check. This is my bathing chamber, apparently. Water's calming murmurs and the warm steam feel inexplicably deceptive. A moment of weakness and rest promises nothing but danger. I.e., we don't bathe on this ship. Wow, is that really all there is? I was expecting a little bit more for my room, but hey, I'm down. Right. Why? I was wondering where this was. Okay, so I can take at least one well-maintained las gun. Looks good. Right. Wearer gains 5 toughness as if their intelligence is less than 35. So toughness plus 10. If I take that off, plus 5. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So I was in the process of going over here. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seemed to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Wersernian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. And there are things happening on the crew. The job of a captain never done. Okay, so here they come. I love how ancient and yet modern their ships are. Albert, the everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by a voice raised in anger. Albert's voice, the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. Arvilla Vent, the young woman standing before Edible, strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but she manages to look him in the eye and say, "I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain." "Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards a high-ranking officer will be logged to your personal file without delay. Lord Captain Lieutenant Arvilla Vent. Requesting permission to speak. Vents falls silently and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Okay. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in full view of the bridge is unacceptable. I kind of agree with that. You want a united front like a proper married couple. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times calls for drastic measures. Vent exclaims hotly. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by actions of one of the senior officers. Ah. Albert, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal or Syrian to intervene with what is happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have immunity or a massacre on our hands. Bent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she finished, she cast an anxious glance at Albert and as you. There's an insurrection in the making on board my ship, and no one has informed me? I would not deem it a problem worthy of the War Trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rules across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution, was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. I dread to think of the problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. Okay. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellions is a mean of ignoring the problem, not solving it. Okay. How did all this start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between forces and workers to a head. Where does Seneschal Warsian come into all of this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is the rogue trader's attention. It is not distracted by trivial matters. In this Seneschal's role to ensure that I have always handled internal problems myself. So, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding among the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valencius will find refuge on this ship. You were far too heavy-handed, Senator Rosenand. Arrest, interrogations, mass punishment for entire sectors has driven people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks in Depot 4, to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into all-out insurrection, but when I report my concerns, the only response I received was the order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of our poorest sectors on the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served in specialized systems for generations. They are easily replaceable resource, and one which is now more besides giving succor to cultists and minions of the arch enemy. Abelard, what do you have to say about this? Oh wait, Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but the worst that means drunken fights and illegal rock-cut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind is the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on the most populated lower decks. And everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on the neighboring sectors. I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That way, you will stop the uprising before it begins. Alright. I'm certain the Seneschal was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions for myself. Fair enough, I will go down to and deal with the problem personally. I think this one is the least insulting to him. Just saying, well, I need to see it to make sure nothing bad happens. Yeah. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. An enterprising bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. That's fine. I can bring my navigator with me? Okay. What's this? Oh, those must be, they have to come with. Yeah. Now, I will give it 1 more hour, and then I will save and leave, because I do not want to be up until 4 a.m. again. And there's that darn any key again.
Victory awaits!
Oh. Hey, we're Syrian. Take that scum. All his fault it is. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I deeply regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Oh, man. Man, I feel so bad. He's just trying to be protective, and they're doing that to him. Did you hear? They were shouting your name. Of course they were. The organization of daily routine life on the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountains of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been cause for concern. I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them you are akin to a creature of legend. One who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne. No less. Whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order docking rations or lowering bays heating. And the people dare disrespect a senior officer? They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here, and if the situation had been dealt with by the relevant officers. It is junior officers' worst failing, to pass problems up the chain of command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come here on Lieutenant Vent's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer. But in the name of Terra, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. Will be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. Something resembles a nest made in material. This must be where the workers sleep between shifts. And he said greetings. What a nice man. Wow, nobles from the upper decks down here to see us. I love that they're called rabble. I still do not see Emperor save us and keep us from this this depression. Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks. Huge pipes from the arteries of the ship run through many bays, delivering air, water, heat, and the propulsive force of steam.
Follow my lead.
Lets you see how simple folk live. Arilla Vent, Squad Commander. Oh, these are... Okay. Man. Greetings, your graces. The sound of heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bay. Lieutenant Arvilla Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of a heavily built assault unit officer. Judging by their expressions and tones, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached a boiling point. I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people here who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all of my new lessons fall on deaf ears. Your lordship. Okay. What is the situation? My people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. We encountered some locals on our way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried throwing things at us. The people are getting desperate. Clearly they saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize, Lord Captain. This is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once the current situation is resolved. I want to speak to the strikers. But he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. See, here's the thing. I will hear them out. Make sure that they are...
None shall stand in my way.
Our children are freezing. We have done nothing wrong and we are being pointless. Depot 4. Greetings, your graces. Wow. Dozen pairs of eyes are stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. For Depot 4. So that's probably the strike leader. Our children are freezing. Okay. Rivet. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear and astonishment and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd. An elderly woman, 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Okay. Tell me what is troubling. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship, says a tall worker soft. All we are doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Old woman. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman, who turns her hostile dark eyes to you. Here's the deal, your lordship. See, at that point, like, I completely agree you have the right to ask questions, but you don't speak like that. especially when you're staring down the barrel of a gun and somebody's here to try and help. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to the whole base for a week at a time so we get sick and freeze. My clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation of their lungs, all because of those enforcers. She doesn't like that the children are dying. It's all Stager. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had the mother from the Lower's X and who grew up amidship and has no fellow feelings towards us. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. Okay. The persecution started apropos of nothing, you say. I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet, and that there are heretics adding here. Abelard, do you have anything to add? How do you explain that we were attacked? Let's do this one. A cultist amulet? What's that? The Google they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcer just said that they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for the amulet or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, as for sure, but when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, nobody's ever dread these decks and boots so fine, I can tell you that. It seems to me the cultists have better commanders than us. Or commendations. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when they were working the bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor, the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling, "Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith." Indeed, children, weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of arch-enemy creations? Weren't you warned that unfamiliar objects could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector was just after I had my 3rd little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out from those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down upon himself and his neighbors? Abelard, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate the Chaos Worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by officers were not reported to me. Nevertheless, I'm certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands discretion. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. Like that one there that the lieutenant won't let pass. Our clans are all inside the bay. That's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folks are lasting out. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us, Bildrats, what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damn enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everyone that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-ruling thugs can only improve things around here. Stager. You've gone too far, Onan. They'll never let maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks, too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. The enforcers stop hassling us. That'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them. One lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before, all because we dared speak out. Okay, let's see if they have what I... Spreading anarchy of the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Following those commands, and we will consider the rest. 80%. Cassia is good at... Thoughts, Edelbard? Story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up the heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the archenemy. We must not give them what they want, even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity. That does not mean they are not tainted with corruption. What begins as petty thievery can turn into far graver problem. I have seen it before. In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard, the primary combat force and first line of defense in the Imperium, also known as the Imperial Guard regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which has grown through all the rows of beds like a metal choking vine. So when it comes to scavenging malcontent strikers or whatever they'll turn into next, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter. Skill value 40, difficulty mod 40. Succeeded. Alright, old man, listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering concessions, and I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue traitor, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now is no time for you to be a stubborn crone. Listen to us, old man. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We made up our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. I would be more than happy to give them weapons, though. It's like, hey, enforcers, you guys, you get, like, the little las pistols and stuff. I've picked up so many of those. Old woman. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will. Indeed, I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That is... That's great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. Then it's decided that persecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Yay, your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Of course, your lordship will root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and will leave no stone unturned. Abelard, you were the one who brought it to this. You don't get to just say that this was bedlam. Wow, nobles from the lower decks to see us. Okay. I think that was it. Unless you think I should look around a little bit. There's not really that much from the looks of things. Yeah. Yep. There wasn't that much stuff. Honestly, I wouldn't steal from the lower deckers anyways.
It's about time.
If urgent, please give us a moment. Okay. Well, are you pleased with your investigation? I am. You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble, you believed their lies, and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Villicents? Let's see. Honestly, there is some truth, but it's also they're going to remember me being lenient to them more than they're going to remember the boots at their neck. Hopefully. Let's see. I should say so. You simply needed to trust me. Okay, I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Remember, Lord Captain, Theodora, do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself, the junior officers, while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Ooh, I don't want to insult her, but that is right. Number one is absolutely correct. But he was about to just start massacring people. Yep. Let's do that one. I would only be too willing to trust you, had you not fill my head with such matters, but the situation had spiraled out of your control. You're right. At least this concerned junior officers making complaints directly to you. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Von Valencia's Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was one of the most momentous decisions of my life. I did it because I saw Lord Captain Theodora's deeds, the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked on this incredibly reckless venture, Lord Captain. Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly everything that had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what happened on the planets. I'll tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. Not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I'm duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that, must insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excessive to requirements. Okay. Okay, so No. I value what Theodora created, and I trust that this situation is an aberration in the ship's otherwise smooth operation. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I mean, yeah. Let's see. See, this one is a little bit more of a shock to him. I think this one, actually. I'm glad you see the value in the foundations laid down by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, it shall endeavor to not cause you any further consternation, Lord Captain. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If Rogue Trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. Honestly, I'd rather...
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'd rather walk around the lower decks. Give them a little bit of, you know, my awesomeness. No, but it's very important for a leader to walk the streets of his domain. Because if you leave everything to other people, like, here's the thing. If I led everything to him and he decides, this guy's not a good leader, I need to take control from him and do other stuff. Well, then, guess who's out of a job and probably their life? Let's do that. Swift movements, bolt exchange, chain weapon mastery, skill coercion, advanced skill, grenadier, brutal hunter, power armor proficiency, strength 45. Technically, my strength is at 45. Oh, it's because... Yeah. I'll up my strength next. Ooh, psi rating. How do I get this? Character required level 10. Okay. Let's see. Wait, dual weapon combat. Character can attack with the second weapon in their current weapon set, in addition to the usual one attack per round. This weapon suffers a negative 20 to weapon skill and costs 1 AP more. I will not die. Or it will not die. Increases wounds by half of the character's level. I think that one sounds good. Okay. Get back in the fight. Kirsch is an ally who immediately recalls from bleeding, toxin, and burning. Ooh, air of authority. Break their ranks, take aim. Ooh, take aim is a good one. Reveal the light. Held in my gaze. Waking nightmare. Zone of fear, touch of anger. I guess that one. Oh, right. Chain weapon expert. Combat master. Enemies gain no melee superiority bonuses against this character. Choose. Ballistic skills is locked. Oh. I guess 55 is max? I don't know. Agility is 50. Let's do that. Next. Let's upgrade her attacks with the bolter. Alright. Joint analysis, perfect spot. While in cover, the operative... Okay, yeah, that one. I mean, I'd love to give her... Ooh, dominate. No. Biomancy. Synced powers. It's saying that this is a good one. Against by that target's cover efficiency will be reduced. Joint analysis. Okay, that one's better. Better damage is always good. Logic, I guess. All right. So him, I'm probably going to up his strength a little bit. Yeah, he needs... So let's see. Chain weapon expert. I mean, that would help with his damage. Combat master. Melta weapons, plasma, Melta... Drukari weapon proficiency. Dual weapon combat. Yeah, I guess that works. The chain weapon expert, because he is using a chain sword. Okay. Alright. Hopefully we don't get any more distractions as to our mission, because I'm supposed to be up here. Hi, Coco. She's so cute. Okay. So we're supposed to be looking for somebody. He's either going to be here or the prison planet. Almost guaranteeing it's the prison planet. The one that's currently in revolt. 98%. 99%. 100%. Press the any key. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you, your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to drop yet another order falls from your hand. I've fallen asleep. Raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among your number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody faces of those who died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. How is it possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? Matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Vorgeviller's weapon, slips to your hand. The metal searing cold, the dead sway from side to side, closing in around you, nightmarishly slow in advance. I did not wish for any of you to die. That is true. The dead remains deaf to your words, creeping ever closer with the inevitability of death itself. You belatedly realize that your trembling hand has found the shard when its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around you, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions. A curved design and an unusual hilt adorn the image of a closed eye. That is a cool looking sword. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge. And the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen, accept your fate, champion. Who's champion? That's the real question. Throw the Daemon blade away. Never. Resisting your fate is futile. Okay. You awaken from your vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothed, drenched in sweat, with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and images of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the blood-stained shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your Vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Item lost, blade shard. Cool. Okay, so honestly, I'm gonna put the meteorite in here. Some of this stuff is just useless at this point because, yeah. Don't have a tech priest. Info, estimated time, okay. Okay. I'll take one, or I'll keep one of the House Verlaeus staffs in there. Okay, now to head out. 247. The thing is it wants me to recreate that sword. But again, I don't know whose champion I'm supposed to be. That's actually kind of interesting. Okay. In scan. Tithe grade undetermined. Tithe grade R992. Opening the map of the Cronus Expanse. The vast flagship toward them. Okay. Accept. I like that my navigator is actually part of my support crew. That's kind of cool. But like I said, I'm not going to pursue any romantic stuff. That's going to be reserved for when I have my wife playing with me, because she has this game too. So we can actually play together if she wants to, which is kind of cool. Although that might be for a different character. Oh, come on! What are the odds? That's a really cool looking Arvis lighter. Oh. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing. Sergeant Malgar. A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumbled plasteel. His cracked helmet is enchromed with a carpet label that reads, Sergeant Malgor. Alright, so our skies are in lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happen to land in our rear without a scratch or show for it. And on a shuttle like that, where did you get it? Stolen from a palace, isn't it? Grab 'em, lads, we got ourselves a rebel landing force. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on 'em. You must be mistaken. I am the rogue trader of House von Valinius. Well, I'm the rogue trader von Valinius. Give me a status report this instant. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks, My mistake, sir. At once. Starport is under the control of the governor's warden's perimeter commander and his sergeant. Frag grenade explodes to cut off the rest of the sergeant rules. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm. It is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring from the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Lass Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the government's orders. How may I serve? Ah, man. It's like right down here. You wouldn't happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire with the headquarters, your lordship, sir. Okay, what's going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox Hub, the Arsenal, and the Mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask precisely because he knew about the trouble on Ricard Minoris. He knew that none of our allies could come to our aid. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to the Roxas. The tech priests linked to the satellites reporting sightings of strange voice ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of whom went for a landing on Ricard Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures and ordered to increase security and the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements game. We've running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. Okay. Pat him on the shoulder. You're doing fine work, Malgar. And so are your troops. It's people like you that hold the Imperium together. Cannot leave you and your people without aid. Reinforcements will be sent from my ship. Yeah. I live to serve. We won't fail. We won't forget. We're praying to the Emperor for you, your lordship, sir. Okay, I'm going to go see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damn anti-aircraft batteries, there is absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I will inform the headquarters they better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and the others. Rankin epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get a head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to my last drop. What tech priest? Very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived in the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. We kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Amarant or Amnarnat or something like that has recently arrived, barely answering any of our questions, though. Said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. Demands to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep trouble at bay. Okay, you're a good soldier, Malgar. I will see that your heroism is noted. I live to serve. Another explosions. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Okay, rumors. On your travels, you will hear many rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attentions are logged in a separate section of the journal. Sometimes rumors are just that. Other times there is truth to them, and in some cases, there may be even more. To verify a rumor, travel to the place indicated in the rumor's description. While traversing the Coronis as a rogue trader, you are bound to hear rumors regarding your own deeds and exploits, some of which reflect the reaction of the expenses denizen to the choices you made. Okay. And with it being 55, I am saving my game. Oversave that one. Resaving a hard save. Alright. And you guys have a wonderful day. I will try to be back at, or I will try to stream again in a couple of hours. Probably going to be Arc, since I did this twice. I'm going to not stream, excuse me, Monday, and Tuesday like normal. So, yeah. Actually, not be right back soon. It should be stream ending. So, you guys have a wonderful day. Dang it.